Horns up and welcome to a brand new episode of Headbanger's Kitchen. Just in case you didn't know, my name is Sahil. I'm a death metal musician from India. I play in a band called Demonic Resurrection, and no, we are not satanic. On today's episode of the show, I'm going to show you guys how to make a delicious keto chicken stroganoff. Yes, stroganoff is one of my favorite dishes to eat, and I've already made a beef stroganoff recipe, and you can click here on the I button and watch it. But today I thought I'd make a chicken stroganoff for you, and I've taken a bit of inspiration from one of my culinary idols, and I'm sure you've heard of this man, Gordon Ramsay. So today we're doing my version inspired by Gordon Ramsay of a chicken stroganoff. So we're making a keto chicken stroganoff. Anyway, enough jibber jabber, let's get cooking. So I'm going to start by marinating my chicken, and I'm using boneless and skinless chicken thighs, and I've just cut them into long strips. This is how I like it. You can cut your chicken any way you like. Now for the marinade, I'm going to add a spoon of olive oil, a generous amount of salt, some white pepper, which is completely optional, you can skip it if you don't have it, some black pepper, which I would definitely recommend you don't skip, some smoked paprika, use the good stuff my friends, and my secret ingredient, a little bit of nutmeg powder. And then of course you give it all a good mix. Now as always, you can use chicken breast if you prefer, you can use chicken with bone on it, no problem, use whatever you like, it's all good. Anyway, once that's done, I'm going to set it aside. Now to make the chicken stroganoff, I'm going to be using my stainless steel pan, and I'm going to get that on the stove, and I'm going to heat up a generous amount of goose fat. Now you can obviously use any kind of cooking fat that you like, bacon fat, duck fat, coconut oil, olive oil, it's completely up to you. Once your cooking fat is nice and hot, you're going to sear the chicken in that. And obviously, since I've got a lot of chicken, I'm going to be doing it in 2 batches. You want to be cooking this on a high heat, and you don't want to crowd the pan either. You basically want to get the chicken in the pan, you want to let it get nice and caramelized on one side, and then flip it over. So I did that with my chicken. As it started to get some color, I flipped it over. But as always, I regret using my stainless steel pan because I don't think it's a great one and everything sticks. Yes, I know what you're thinking. Sahil, you have to wait for the chicken to sear completely and then it will like release itself from the pan. Yes, maybe on your pan it does that. I think my pan is a little, well, in need of a replacement. Anyway, once the first batch of chicken is done, I remove it from the pan, and you can see the bottom of the pan getting that lovely fond, which is the caramelized bits. So anyway, then goes the rest of my chicken, and I repeat the process. And apart from thinking that I should have used my non-stick skillet for this, I also realized that this pan might not be big enough, but you know what, it looks great on camera, so let's use it for now. Anyway, once the second batch of chicken has been cooked, I'm going to take it out of the pan and set it aside. And again, the idea here is not to cook the chicken fully, it is to give it some caramelization to build flavors. Anyway, into the pan I'm going to add a knob of butter, and as you can see there's a lot of fond on the bottom of the pan and it's quite dark. So I'm also going to add in my onions now, some chopped garlic, and my mushrooms, which I have cut into quarters. Again, you can cut your vegetables however you like them. You can dice the mushrooms, you can slice the mushrooms, you can do whatever suits your fancy. Anyway, give that all a good mix. And now what's going to happen is I'm also going to put a little bit of chicken stock in just to help deglaze the bottom of the pan. And at the same time, the mushroom is going to release all its water. It's going to deglaze the bottom of that pan, and then that water is going to dry up and intensify all the flavors. Now normally I would season the mushrooms and the onions and garlic, but because my stock has got salt in it, I'm not seasoning it now. I will check the dish at the very end to see if it requires any seasoning. Anyway, cook those mushrooms till the liquid starts to dry out, and that's when the caramelization will begin once again. Anyway, I'm going to add in some sliced green bell peppers as well and give it all a good mix. Now as always with these recipes, you can add or remove whatever vegetables you like or don't like. It's completely up to you. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to pour in the resting juices from the chicken, and I'm also going to add in the rest of my chicken stock. And now just let this cook. What we're doing here is we're building flavors. The stock is going to reduce down and intensify that chicken flavor because it's chicken stock. And you can use even just water, to be very honest. It's not really going to be a big issue, but I like to use chicken stock because it just adds a wee bit more flavor. Anyway, the next thing I'm going to do is add in my chicken as well and give it all a good mix. And now I really realize that my pan is way too small. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take my stainless steel pan and I'm going to transfer all the contents into a nice big wok that I have, which I should have used from the start, but like I said, the stainless steel pan looks really good on camera. I'm such a lookist, eh? Anyway, let that chicken continue cooking in that gravy. Let it cook, and once it is cooked fully and the sauce is perfectly seasoned, we're going to turn off the heat, and then we're going to finish it with about 60 grams or 4 tablespoons of sour cream. And you just want to gently mix that in. The reason I turn the heat off is so that the sour cream doesn't curdle, because often that is the case when you heat sour cream at a very high temperature. But anyway, that's pretty much our chicken stroganoff almost ready to go, and I'm finally going to garnish it with some freshly chopped chives. Again, you can use parsley if you like, you can use spring onions, no problem. And that's it, ladies and gentlemen, our keto chicken stroganoff is ready. Anyway, time to taste. Alright folks, it's time to taste our keto chicken stroganoff. But I want to let you know that you can find the written recipe and the macros for this dish and all the other dishes I've ever made on headbangerskitchen.com. Also, below every single video is a direct link to that recipe. Did you know that? Anyway, enough jibber jabber, time to taste. But wait, there's no fun tasting this alone. Hey Dad, look who's back. It's my dad, Mickey Makija. Ready to taste?
I am, but you won't believe it, when I found out he's making chicken stroganoff, I've been pacing up and down. My smartwatch says 8,000 steps. Finally I get the call. Let's taste. Let's check this out, guys.
Right, so I have made it a bit soupy, and I would recommend you eat this with cauliflower rice. It will be delicious. Or in his case, he can eat it with regular rice. But yeah, cauliflower rice for all the keto people. Let me dig in.
I'm enjoying it too much. Just give me a minute, I'll tell you what. You know what? I always grew up believing that a stroganoff was a restaurant dish. You know, it looked like it took a lot to put it together. He's proved me wrong, this boy. This is like it came from some restaurant. I would have liked it on a bed of rice, but he's a hard taskmaster. Give me the soup to taste now, but it's amazing.
Hey, it's only because I care about you guys and I don't want you to see regular white rice on camera and see him enjoying that, because we can't enjoy that. We gotta eat cauliflower rice. But it's okay, trust me, it will be as good with cauliflower rice. But yeah, this kind of takes me back to my childhood, eating in open house and Otters Club in the Continental
Society restaurant.
Yeah, the Continental restaurants of Bombay. Of course, this is minus the corn flour that they would use to thicken the sauce. But anyway, I think this is good. He thinks this is good. I hope you think it is good as well. And you know what? I will see you on the next episode of Headbanger's Kitchen. Cheers and keep cooking.
It was worth those 10,000 steps, trust me.
You said 8,000.
Okay, 8,000 became 2,000 since then. I burned some calories.
I bet it was not even 4,000 steps.
No, I lived top left.
I can't read. It's
4,900.
4,000 steps, not 8,000. Lies.